Pace, 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 pace. What's the science? So again, I am on another one of my reviews of people that claim to be 5%ers and don't really know what they're talking about. So in this video, the Muslim gods claim that they build or talk to a 5%er and yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Um, so I'm not going to talk as much beforehand. So we'll just see. We'll see.
Knowledge, and he built a 33 degrees of knowledge, and he built a civilization. Right. What is the meaning of?
So there is no so a conversation between two gods, NOI and NG, discussing the 120 lessons in the role of God. So there's not really anything to go off of beforehand. Actually, let me change it to where no, there we go. So there's nothing to go off of beforehand. So we're just gonna, yeah, I don't know if this is something that was planned or whatever, but yeah, we'll just go with it.
Of civilization, the 17th degree with inside the 1 through 40 says the meaning of civilization is one having knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, refinement, and is not a savage in pursuit of happiness.
Okay, yeah, okay, he knows that degree. Okay, that's peace. Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me a savage can build a civilization and live in prosperity and happiness?
You might want to sit your food down. Sit on the car because you got it like tilted sideways.
He most definitely can if he can keep 85% of the people blind, deaf, and dumb, and poison animal eaters.
Yeah.
And not know.
So I don't know who's supposed to be the NGE, meaning Nation Gods and Earths, and discussing 120 lessons on the role of gods. I don't know who's who. I don't know who's the NOI. I don't know who's the Nation of Gods and Earth or whatever. But yeah.
On their true origin in the world and believing that which they do not know what.
It did.
Yeah. And he's led the wrong direction.
But hard as hell to be in the right.
So as long as we're deceived, he can live in happiness. He can live off of the mind of the original man and keep the original man blind to who he is.
Yeah.
So in order for us to pursue that, then we have to wake up and know who we are and then be on that mission of building the kingdom that we can live in peace.
So did they receive more gold?
Who?
Than they received in their own land?
Okay. Wisdom born degree. All right. Okay. I mean, they're at least discussing 120. Okay.
Now Cypher, the trader disappeared and there was no one left to speak their language. Then what happened? They wanted to go back home but couldn't swim 9,000 miles. So now when you dealing with 9 that's born and the womb of your...
I would have loved to know who's who and what are their names. That's something that I would have loved to see. I take it that this was, an impromptu recording, but I would have liked to know who's who, what's people's names. How do we know this person is a part of the Nation of Gods and Earth, or the 5%?
Your old Earth, it takes 270 days for a fetus to grow. So when you're dealing with the womb of the triple stages of darkness, I like to say blackness, because darkness is a state of confusion. Blackness is the beginning and the essence of all life, the beginning with no ending, because knowledge has no beginning and no ending point. I learned that from you back in '92.
The enlightener right here, man.
When you're born into the world, you could say that the woman produces knowledge, but when you're born in the world, knowing nothing. You're like a blank sheet of paper. And then all what you see around you is what you should be studying.
True it is. I mean, when he said knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that Master Fard Muhammad is the knowledge, Elijah Muhammad the wisdom, and Father the understanding, I could agree with that from, I guess, their school of thought's perspective. the nation of gods and earths, and versus like if the nation of Islam, where you may say the knowledge is Master Fard Muhammad or the wisdom be the messenger, and the understanding would be the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
No, I don't say that. I say that Master Fard Muhammad is the knowledge, wisdom, and the understanding. And anything that the most honorable.
What? The Master Fard Muhammad is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding? Okay. All right. They were just talking about the black being black and all this stuff, and a half original man being knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay.
Muhammad received and Mr. Farrakhan received is from him. There's no God but Allah.
Okay.
But Allah, don't the legend say that Allah is the black man? So there's no
don't say
no
say
God
black
and
man
no big
or black,
God. We all Allah.
You say black man or black men?
That's peace. That's peace. But we have to look into the understanding of that first degree, that scoop the Roman again. Who is the original man? It's not saying past tense or present. It's dealing present tense that we're dealing with. Who is the original man?
And you have to go back to how often do we recite? I mean, we renew our history. Every
25,000 years.
So we're not talking about who was the original man 25,000 years ago or 15,000 years ago. When that civilization that was gone.
Because at one particular period of time.
Okay, so is this brother like I said, I don't know who, because if this brother right here was taught by that older brother, who is the nation of God's nerve? And so when he's talking about man is God, ain't no God but Allah. And who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. And so, are you saying that for Muhammad is Allah and that's it? Is that what you saying? Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says that uh, the Prophet Fard Muhammad, Master Fard Muhammad, came in the person of Allah. So if he came in the person, then he's not Allah. He came in the person, meaning he came instead of Allah coming, he came. So he's not the Allah that y'all talk about either. If anything, his father Alfonso is Allah, which Alfonso is my brother. And me and my brother is one and the same. So what do you mean by that?
You got another civilization in that 6,000 year dispensation of time.
Right,
when
that
you
was
had
a vacuum
in that time.
Yeah, it was a vacuum in that time right now. In the year 9,000 with the grafting of the devil.
But now who is originating this new civilization that's coming in? As the Bible deals with that 6,000 year period. After that 6,000 years, say, behold, he makes all things new.
Yeah.
You know,
so I mean, but let me ask Brother Sean too, because you said that you was a nation or
at one point in time, I was under Brother Minister, Brother Captain Sean Muhammad at one time.
Okay,
one of his young little FOI soldiers in Richmond.
Oh, so that the older brother, he is in the Nation of Islam. Okay, and this brother right here used to be under him. Okay.
Academy.
Okay. What? We was talking about the Muslim God thing, and you said that we was talking about that
until I got out the penal, and you the first Muslim God brother I ever met. I knew about Muslims, but I ain't never met a Muslim God.
So is this brother right here, Brother Sean? Is he a Muslim?
He's a Muslim.
Is he God too?
He's also God.
So how did you?
No, you can only be a Muslim or you are God. There's no mixing it. You see what I'm saying? You can't be a Muslim God. You can either be a Muslim or you can be God. Because a Muslim is one who submits to the will of Allah, which is God. So how are you going to be the one that submits and you are God? You see, that is an oxymoron. You can't be a Muslim God God is a supreme being. Supreme means highest form. Being means to exist. So you can't be the highest form of existence and worship something that's higher than you. If there's something higher than you, then you are not God. That's point blank.
You never hear about the Muslim God.
But not as an organization called Muslim
No, but I mean,
God.
it's not even really, not even really an organization.
That's what we try to make knowledge go
Right.
into the cipher,
Right.
so that, because I've had a lot of gods tell me, yo, peace, God, I bomb on him, Lord, because I don't think that's right and exact. They getting our degrees, putting the lessons together, blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, ain't he an original man? And if he's an original man, then he's my brother, as long as he ain't got no she-devil up on his arm, I'll build with him.
Yeah.
Okay. I can agree to, a certain extent, because yes, you're the original man, and then that means I can give you the opportunity to build, right? We can have a discussion. All because you're the original man doesn't mean you're my brother, though, because Yakub was an original man too. So all because you're an original man don't mean nothing. You see, this is where we get into the I'm not pro-black nor anti-white. I'm pro-righteousness and anti-devilishment. All because you're black does not mean I'm down with what you do. I'm not down with what you. All because you're black don't mean nothing. You see, the old folks used to say, "All skin folk ain't kin folk." I don't understand. I don't understand this thought. Like, if you come into consciousness, why are you then fooled? If you know the history of black people here in the wilderness of North America, how can you be fooled that because someone is black, they're cool, they're your brother? No, hell no. What you mean?
Sure indeed.
You see what I'm saying? Some of you brothers still running around here saying that the black man is God, and that you the supreme being, and that you the master over all things that exist, but can't put dope down, can't put liquor down, can't put alcohol.
We was just talking about that.
Yeah. Alcohol.
Hold up. No, I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. This is where the Muslim gods get into it, where they're like, well, the 5%ers, they drink and smoke and do all that stuff. Okay, so we're not holy, we are righteous. I myself, I don't drink or smoke. However, I do not look at my brothers as beneath because they choose to drink or smoke. Right? This brother said he was in the penal system. You in the penal system, does that mean you not God because you were in jail?
They become ruled. The devil civilization begins to rule over them.
Yeah, they have a lot of people that quote the lessons, but they don't look up the definitions of the words.
Of the word. Now, to my knowledge, right?
Being, then you should look up that word supreme.
You look up the supreme being. But right now,
supreme means highest form. So the supreme is highest form.
We are the supreme being when it comes to all of the rest of the creation that's on the planet.
Right.
Now, if you do the knowledge to this, I brought this up to the God.
Okay, so So now it's clear who's the NOI. It's the brother that's recording and the older brother, to the right. They're the NOI. And I guess this brother right here is supposed to be the 5%er of them, the nation of gods and earth or whatever. Conversation between two gods. I mean, I thought it was three of them because it's three. I mean, he's the one that's recording is also a part of the conversation. But no, it's one God there because he says the other one says that Master Fard Muhammad is God. He's Allah. And so, no, there's not two gods.
Earlier, I said, how could you call marijuana? And I hope some of the guys are listening to this. How could you call marijuana equality? What's equal about something that's gonna have you staring at a refrigerator for a few hours, and you don't know what kind of chemicals they put up in. Don't you know?
What? Okay, you're talking about slang. We for it's equality, or they say equality because that's slang. It's slang. That's not what weed represents. Marijuana does not represent equality. That's just slang. That's slang.
That weed has over 280 different chemicals in it. Now the fresh plant, before it's brought over here on the boat, it's natural. So don't give me that smoky shit from doggone Friday that it comes from the earth crib.
Well, you know, Muslim gods or brothers in the Nation of Islam, we don't really smoke like that anyway. But no, but I just wondered, the reason why I just asked that question, I just wonder, because that's like a lot of confusion. It's like, brothers, like, where does Muslim God come from? And all we're saying as 5%ers is that
You're not a 5%er.
we were always Muslim gods. The honorable.
No, you weren't. I mean, you guys could be, but you're not a 5%er, because a 5%er does not believe in the teachings of the 10%, and religion is a teaching of the 10%. So, yeah, and we know who the true living God is. Yeah.
Elijah Muhammad was a Muslim god. Hold on. Master
Elijah Muhammad never said he was a Muslim god. So, yeah.
For Muhammad was a Muslim god.
I don't know enough about Far Muhammad. Like, I wasn't there in his presence. But nowhere in 120 does it says that they're Muslim God.
Brothers that are in the Nation of Islam, they're Muslim God. They may not go around and say we're Muslim gods, or they just
the Nation of Islam. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad did not say he was a Muslim God. He said he was a Muslim. He was a Muslim. They was not kicking that God shit in the Nation of Islam when Elijah Muhammad was living. They was not kicking that. So that's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous statement. And he's just making up shit now.
Refer to themselves basically as Muslim. But if you ask, but he'll tell you, I'm a Muslim God. I'm a Muslim and I'm a God.
Who?
Let's see lessons say.
Where do black people come from? Let me ask that question. Where do black people come from?
Where do black people come from?
The origin of the black man.
The origin of the black man came from Allah.
All right, so we all gods.
Well, every black man
no matter what we call ourselves, we are all God, children of the Most High God. Right. But we might be lost even the ones.
With your God, you see the difference is when you say you're God and I say I'm God, we're talking about two different things. That's the problem. You see, and we won't be able to see eye to eye with that, because when you say you're God, it's a little g. And that there's somebody above you. You were saying, go look up the meaning of supreme. Supreme means highest form. So if you're not the highest form of existence, you are not God. So if you're a Muslim God, you are not God. You are just a confused Muslim. That's it.
Even the ones that wear dress, they God.
I mean, well, you know, I don't.
Look, you see, these brothers should know the knowledge degree, right? So it's not that, your nature is to be God, but you have to go about it to get there. You see, even in the knowledge degree, there's characteristics and things you have to do to reach God of the universe, right? You got to be the Asiatic black man. You got to be the maker. You got to be the owner. You got to be the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and then you are the God of the universe. So all this, oh well, we were just born God. I mean, that's your nature, but you got to live that out because um, something or someone could alter your nature. If you allow someone to alter your nature, like for example, I have a wooden bookshelf right here, right next to me. The nature of that bookshelf was to be a tree. Someone with a determined idea took the tree or groups of tree. I don't know how many trees it took to do this bookshelf, but they cut it up. They did it. They designed it however they want, and they changed the nature of it. It is no longer a tree, and no matter if I plant it in the ground, right, it'll never spring up and become a tree again. You see, now we're not trees, but that was an example. So someone or something being an event in your life or a thought or whatever can change your nature to where you can't come back from that. You see what I'm saying? And so all because you're an Asiatic black man, right? Your nature is to be God doesn't mean you live that out. Because there's a whole bunch of people that have never known that they were God. And if or they heard of it, but they could never see it for themselves because they're too caught up in a mystery God in the sky. Just like these Muslim gods right here. You ask them, do they pray? They'll say yes, or they'll beat around the bush and all this shit. Nah, do you pray? And if you do pray, who do you pray to? Because God does not pray.
You have a
They're black.
process.
They're black people. They're black males. Not even black men, but you got to develop into God.
After the end of the Holy
I agree with
Bible
that.
or the Holy Quran.
I agree with that. You got to develop to God. And, these two brothers haven't developed to God because they're Muslims.
You have a process, and in that process is called the day of resurrection. Mm-hmm. And so we were put to sleep. We were dead. I don't care what we call ourselves today. At one time we were 79 years.
Yeah.
So now some of us have resurrected before others have waken up. Mm-hmm. And our duty now is to wake everybody else up. Right, not to condemn them because at one time we were in the same condition.
Yeah.
So our mission, our job is to keep coming after our people, trying to teach them the truth. And our supreme wisdom will say that we don't have no time, a lot of time for rusty locks. Right. But it should be at the time with 17 million. He said, that's Father Muhammad said was 17 million keys. That means there's a key for every lock. The rest of the mind. So our job is to now try to find the lock and then find the key that fits that lock and open that lock.
Right.
Yeah, some locks don't open. And sometimes we just got to throw that key away because we're not going to waste time. You see what I'm saying? Or at least I'm not going to waste time on people that uh, try to mix up the messages. You see what I'm saying? Like, this isn't a discussion from someone from the nation of God's nurse. Yeah, I mean, he's saying some of our language and all this stuff. However, I don't see anything that identifies him as a 5%er besides him saying that, we're God and all this stuff. That what's his name? When did he get the knowledge of the self? Because all he said was that he was underneath the teachings of this guy or the tutelage of this guy, this brother right here. And so there's nothing that identifies him as a 5%er, a lost 5%. So far in the video, there's nothing I've heard.
And so that takes
gonna come out the bill. I went to Philadelphia to go visit my earth, and then the brother, you just disappeared on me. I was like,
you know how many brothers in the nation of gods and earth tell me that they're gonna meet up with me, and then when I come there and I'm there, they scared to build.
14? Have you not heard that your word shall be bond regardless to whom or what? Yes, my word is my bond, and my bond is my life, and I give my life before my word shall fail.
A lot of God's word have failed, Lord.
You see, this is the problem. This is a problem. This what I got a problem with these Muslim gods is that no matter what, they always try to take a shot at us. You see, the fact is there's no such thing as a Muslim god. That's one. Two, why don't you stop trying to get energy from us and go teach? Go teach, right? You're not in the NOI. Because, I mean, if you're in the NOI, just make knowledge born. Say you're a Muslim. Stop trying to attach yourself to us. Get rid of our flag off your channel. You see, this is the problem. They always try to connect themselves with us and want to diss. Oh yeah. Well, first of all, you can always come to the show and prove or a rally or parliament and make yourself known. These mysterious gods that you say, oh, they try to, I try to meet up with them and blah, blah, blah. This dude is just taking what he says on face value. It kind of seems like it's a setup. Like, is he really a 5%er? Because this dude just, this dude with his arms crossed, he just going along with the conversation. And yeah, well, with God's drink, smoking, do drugs and all. Come on now, what? And now you're going to say the knowledge degree in the 1 of 14. Okay, I mean, at least you're one of the 3 people over there that actually know some degrees. Because I know this brother Fahim, he don't know no degrees. And he reads off a paper. You see, so yeah, but like I said, there's nothing besides him quoting degrees. I mean, and that's not even nothing really that identifies him as a 5%er or a nation of gods and earth besides this title right here. And you already know these people like to uh shoot strays and stuff. The 5% don't even worry about these fake Muslim god dudes, and they always talking about us. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, if you really want to build with us, come to a show and prove and announce yourself. Y'all can come in a group, come in a show and prove, announce yourself, and do it like that, or go to a parliament or a rally or whatever.
Their words have failed because they said, "Yeah, we'll sit down."
Question. He said, "What the whom or what mean?
Whom and what mean?
To whom or what means that means like
regardless to whom or what.
Regardless to whom or what. I would say
whom is the person you making an excuse about why you didn't do it.
So that means like the individual that asked me the question.
There shouldn't be nobody that get in your way and nothing. No circumstance should come
unless I'm in the air on the plane. Other than that, that's the only excuses to the what.
True indeed. But yeah, that's the only reason why I bring that up, because a lot of gods have told me, "Yo, I'll meet up and build, God. I'll meet up and build. Yeah, we can build." But when I'm like, "Yo, it was always something." So that's why that last time when I hit you and you was like, "Yo, I gotta shoot the Philly road," and it was like at the last minute you talk, and I'm like, "Damn, I've been building with the God all week, and you now telling me this." I'm like, so that's my bad.
So hold on, his word wasn't bond. So like, what? How are you going to talk about the 5%? And this dude's word wasn't bond. At the last minute, he went to Philly and like, bro.
I apologize for that, for putting you in that boat with the other ones.
God, we had to go back to back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Get money orders, look at the plane flight rights up to Philadelphia and all that. The third, you know what I'm saying? We have to we always got to make. You was in the back of my mind, but when I got back, I was so goddamn tired. I wasn't even trying to talk to nobody.
I feel you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I thought it was regardless to whom or what. Why is this brother Fahim or whatever his name is, why is he apologizing? They just talked about regardless to whom or what. So it sounds like an excuse, but that's cool because he's on camera, he's right here. But these mysterious gods that he didn't name, that so-called afraid to have a conversation with him, they ain't got no names, and it's just mysterious, and it's just basically all of us now at this point.
What is his own true self? His own true self is a righteous Muslim.
Right.
Are there any Muslims other than righteous?
That's not even how those degrees go. What is his own self? His own self is being a righteous Muslim. Yeah, those are two people talking about who was um the uncle in the situation. So his own self being a righteous Muslim, you only hear that one time in the degree, and you guys are running with that. However, it talks about God and the black man and the original man in multiple degrees, but you want to focus on his own self as being a righteous Muslim. It didn't say my own self is being a righteous Muslim. It's his own self being a righteous Muslim. That means someone is speaking for someone else, which in the 5%, no, you cannot do that. You can't speak for another man. So his own self being a righteous Muslim is not right and exact because he can only speak for what? His own self. His own self. He's speaking for someone else. So no, I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. My name is Wise Prince Allah. So this dude right here, he's not no 5%er. If anything, he's arguing the point. He's arguing the point, the same point that they're arguing. You see, this is why I started doing these reaction videos, because so many people claim that they're 5%ers, and these videos get views and all this stuff, and people be believing this shit and like, oh yeah, the 5%. Look, they got like, nah, man, nah. And look, I know my righteous brothers. They're like, well, if people believe that, they the 85. They easily led in the wrong direction, hard to lead in the right. So, and that may be the case. However, it's I took it upon myself to do this. So this is my reaction of a conversation between two gods. Really, is a conversation between two Muslims. That's really what it is. Three Muslims, really.
I beg your pardon, I've never heard of one. And I peace at that.
But wait.
Protons, electrons, cause explosions.
Yeah. All right, God, I'm gonna let you go, man. It was good building with you. Matter of fact, what was your name again, Lord?
Lord Knowledge, Victorious, Revolution, God Allah. Y'all know me.
What? Well, okay. At the very end. So hold on. He don't know his name. Maybe it was just for the video. All right. So let's go back and let's go back.
Let's cause explosions.
Yeah. All right, God, I'm gonna let you go, man. It was good building with you. Matter of fact, what was your name again, Lord?
Lord Knowledge, Victorious, Revolution, God Allah. Y'all know me.
Lord Knowledge. What? Did he say evolution?
Let you go, man. It was good building with you. Matter of fact, what was your name again, Lord?
Lord Knowledge, Victorious, Revolution, God Allah. Y'all know.
Lord Knowledge. Hold on, I gotta listen to that again. Hold on. I'm trying to listen to the evolution part or the revolution. I'm trying to get that part.
Building with you. Matter of fact, what was your name again, Lord?
Lord Knowledge, Victorious, Revolution, God Allah. Y'all know.
Re-evolution? Lord Knowledge. Victorious. Evolution or revolution, God Allah? What?
Let you go, man. It was good building with you. Matter of fact, what was your name again, Lord?
Lord Knowledge, Victorious, Revolution, God Allah. Y'all know me because half of y'all probably don't block me.
True indeed, true indeed. Hey, we gonna link up again, God. Good build, man.
Y'all
Peace
know
to the
me
God.
because half of y'all block me? Yeah, speaking on that bullshit you speaking on, yeah, I would probably block you too. So anyways, yeah, this was my review on this fake 5%er dialogue with Muslims, the Muslim gods or whatever, right? And so yeah, there was nothing about him that said he was a 5%er. There's nothing about him that said he was in this culture. You see what I'm saying? The fact that he was slinging dirt with that Muslim, um, yeah, I mean, it's that just kind of proves it right there for me. But yeah, so anyways, that review, like I said, man, it's annoying that they always love, especially that dude, brother Fahim. He loves slinging dirt. The Muslim Gods was founded by Wakil and his, whatever he got going on. And from inception, they know that they couldn't come amongst us and say that bullshit. So yeah, they like to say, "Oh, the gods they drink and smoke." I don't drink or smoke, and I guarantee I ain't no Muslim god. You see what I'm saying? And so with that, this is my review of that video. If y'all want to check it out, it's on the MGC network, Muslim God Channel Network or whatever. And it's two gods or two gods having a discussion or some bullshit like that. NOI and NGE talking about 120 lessons. Um, I just looked it up on YouTube and looked up 5% Nation, and one of those video came up, and so that's kind of what I'm doing, is because I'm looking up stuff and it's going to some of them. Like, of course, the 5%. There's videos of us building and all that, but I'm going straight for those fake pretenders and shit like that. So fake 5%ers, jive 5%ers, or jive pretenders and all that shit. And so with that, like, subscribe, share. Peace to the gods, peace to the earths, peace to the babies, man, peace to the babies, peace to the civilized, and peace to the uncivilized, because the uncivilized need it more. Peace.